All right, I believe we are live. So let me give you some context real quick. This is a presentation that this is my first go at it. It's going to be very rough, but I'm going to start giving it and tweaking it and fine tuning it over and over again because as I talk with business owners about marketing their business online and getting customers from online sources, from online channels, there are three big topics that I find myself sharing no matter what the context of the product or services that they are offering. And so I'm getting this information out of my head and into a deliverable content piece, whether it be through YouTube or anyone can see it, or if someone asks me to present it in person, I'll go ahead and have that fine tuned. So finally, get customers to visit your store spending under 15 minutes a week without building a website at no cost. So we're here today for brick and mortar businesses, and we're talking about how brick and mortar businesses can get customers to visit their store, their brick and mortar physical store, by limiting that effort to just 15 minutes a week. And we are going to completely avoid the whole topic of websites. And what I'm going to explain and show you today will be no cost other than your time. So let's get started. Why we're here is that you as business owners are just flooded with so much information. And it is no surprise to me that majority of business owners are in that paralysis by analysis situation because there's just too much. It's overwhelming. And that's why I'm giving this presentation. You can take the first steps. The first thing that you need to do is totally achievable by you today. You just need the guidance. You need the person to point you in the right direction. And a big reason I'm making this is because I see the atmosphere is bombarded with website builders. And guess what website builders are emphasizing to you as a small business owner? They're emphasizing you have to have a website. You must have a website. And so it's no surprise that when a lot of business owners contact me for help marketing their business, the first thing they're asking for is they need SEO for their website, or what can they do SEO wise for their website. And I get it. It's because there's just so much in the space just that happen to sell websites. So that's what they're gonna say is the mandatory key. And the visible steps get the least return, meaning the high level stuff, the stuff that you see, the tip of the iceberg, the above the surface things that you see your competition doing, or you see the people that are outranking you, gets the least amount of return. It's the secret sauce. It's behind the scenes stuff that really moves the needle. And with the information I'm giving you today, you can put it into action and get customers to walk through your door, and they can be like, "Hey, I saw you online." And that's why I'm making this presentation. So the goal is to help brick and mortar business owners understand how Google is showing or not showing your local business in search results. And in order to show this, I've got to talk about the current search engine space and how it's operating. So for you beginners out there, what's the first step to get customers to walk through your door because they found you online? For the more experienced, it'll point you in the direction of what your next step is to build your authority online. So your business showing up on the map starts with a Google My Business account. And in order to outranking everyone else is achieved by taking action on what your competition doesn't know. Hello, I'm Scott Finney with creatingvaluellc.com. And to tell you a bit about myself, a few quick little fun facts. I've lived in the Memphis area my whole life. I attended Auburn University, and this summer I pedaled a bicycle coast to coast over 4,000 miles for people with disabilities. That photo on the right there is from August 12th, 2017, and that was the arrival day after 2.5 months of riding a bicycle from Seattle. We arrived in Washington, D.C. So my journey up till now, that top left photo is a photo of me back when I had a corporate job as a software engineer. And then below that on the bottom left is a picture of me in South America on the Incan Trail hiking to Machu Picchu. And that was the trip that made me reprioritize and decide I had set in the corporate setting for long enough, and it was time for a different route. That top middle photo is me jumping into the entrepreneurial world, startup world. My first jump in was starting my own company and going after venture capital funding, doing everything. Many lessons learned. It ended up failing, but it totally gave me perspective and pointed out my strengths and weaknesses and showed me which direction to go in. So the bottom right there is my Facebook group, their public figure page, where people were following me during my bicycle ride. And on that ride, previously, since leaving my corporate job, I've helped people market their businesses online, and it's been consulting and helping others. My bike ride was a opportunity for me to do anything I wanted, test anything, and try out the things that less conventional. I went to some influencers and I went to joined some mastermind groups to get the secret sauce behind the scenes information to test that stuff. And what I found was that's where the big results came from. It wasn't the stuff that was obvious at surface level. It was the stuff underneath. So, and you can see all those pinpoints across the country. Well, every one of those stops, the cyclist and myself on that team, we were searching on our phones for anything around us. Mostly it was food, but there was also, we were searching for Walmarts. We were searching for bike shops, especially as when you ride that long, you're constantly looking for stuff. And it really pointed out to me, there are a lot of fantastic, great businesses offering awesome services, awesome products, and they just hadn't taken the time to put themselves online for us to find them. It was really difficult in a lot of cities, and we would search on our phones, and I'm getting into the content of this, but it pointed out the need for someone to share this information that I'm about to share with you. And then in the top right corner is myself about a week ago. I think last week. And that's where we are today. So we have 3 secrets for brick and mortar businesses. The first secret, search is now proximity based. The second secret, search engines now give answers. And the third secret is you can take control without a huge budget. This first secret, search is now proximity based. Let me pop out of here and pull up another window. Let me check and make sure we're broadcasting here. Okay, cool. It says we're live. So search is now proximity based. Let's start with three. Well, we're going to go to Google, because where does everybody go when they're looking for something? And I'm in what you call an incognito window on Google. If you're in the browser, in the Chrome browser, if you haven't seen your browser look like this, it's because if you go incognito, it clears your cookies and doesn't have you logged in. So your search results aren't driven by your previous history. You can see sign in. I'm not signed in. So that's what's up with my browser there. Let's start with like a general term, like hotel. And I'm not going to allow the location so it doesn't know exactly where I am, but based off of my internet connection, it knows that I'm located in East Memphis, Tennessee. So using hotel right here is the big thing that you need to be aware of when I say proximity based. You have, based off of where you are, and I'm in this area right here, Google is showing me a map of everything around me. It's giving me the top 3 things that, based off my search, which all I did was say hotel, based off my search, it's going to try to give me what I'm looking for. So everything here is, this is the only information they're going after, and they're immediately giving location stuff here. And you can see in the search results, top 10 hotels in Memphis, hotels in Memphis. I mean, it's proximity driven all over the place. So that's a broad term. Let's go to like a brand term. And now actually oh yeah, we'll take a look at just how the proximity stuff right here, Delta flights from Memphis. You see how the location is already dictating that. And now let me take a quick look back at my slides. Okay. Once again, on the proximity, yeah, we have one more example under the proximity. Excuse me, this is the first time I'm giving this presentation, so I'm going to be very, very rusty, but you got to start somewhere. So now, third, I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. So for those of you that are not in Memphis, you might not suspect the result that I'm about to get. So let's go ahead. When I put in Grizzlies and I hit enter in East Memphis, what do you notice? I don't see anything about the animal. All Memphis Grizz, which happens to be the NBA team here. I mean, it is just totally Memphis Grizzlies. But I didn't say anything about basketball. We even get, here's the proximity stuff. Heavily proximity stuff with the map. Look at that. All Memphis Grizzlies results, which takes us to our second secret. Now, search engines give you answers. Now, if you're, I'll say, over the age of 30, you might recall when you would search online. It used to be when you were searching for a flight, you were searching for a Delta flight, you would have to search Delta, and even sometimes Delta Airlines. You have to narrow it down even more, and then go to the Delta website, and then click on a button that says track my flight, and then type in your flight number. Well, that is no longer, Google is no longer telling you where to find your answer. Google is telling you the answer. When you're searching for Delta at a very high level, they're already presenting all this information: customer service phone number, bag information, stock price, where it's headquartered. These are just because Google has so much volume, they already know what majority of people are searching for. And in that case, like they're not in the business of sending you to somewhere to hunt further for the information that you're looking for. They want you to know when I go to Google, I find what I'm looking for. Google gives it to me. So like I say, if you're over 30, you remember getting a page full of links when it came to looking for something, when it came to searching for something. But that's no longer the case. Now they're delivering information, flight from Memphis, where do you want to go? It does Atlanta. Now we've got everything we need right here to make our flight decision, and we haven't even gone to delta.com. We're still just out in Google. And that's something very important to understand, that search engines are giving answers. Oh, I have more on that topic. Let's go back to our Grizzlies example. All right. What are most people wanting to know when they're looking up the Memphis Grizzlies? Well, chances are they're looking for when's the next game, what time does it start, where can I see it, and all of that is right here. Here's the time, here's who they're playing, here's the TV stations that it's on, here are the next games coming up. Then we've got news, we've got standings, top stories. So if you're looking for the most recent news, there's 2 hours ago, 1 day ago. We've got all this information over on the right as well. We've got, basic description, head coach, the arena, the mascot, the location, ownership, the roster, all the profiles, all the social profiles for the Grizzlies. This is all presented while you're still in the world of Google. Google wants to give you it just directly right there in front. So thinking of this in your context as a business owner, like you need to understand how much information Google could provide a person searching for you before you get the opportunity to display that information yourself. So in the case of the Grizzlies, they have control over their NBA.com/Grizzlies website. And we are bombarded with all of this before we even see their website down here. And there it is. So, and it's not even given as much, real estate or attention as all this other stuff. Look at all the colors and look at all the pictures and everything. And then you've got this blah link right there. And then you've got Twitter results. And then now we finally get to organic search results right here. And then we have our proximity, our map popping up. There's a lot of information there before getting to what is the Grizzlies website. So let's look at this in a small business context. I'll just search food. All right. So I'm just searching for food. And the first thing is it's going to go ahead and it's going to pop up 3 places to grab food immediately. And then we've got Memphis food. If I was actually looking to, interact with food myself or whatever, you're like not looking to go acquire food pre-made or whatever, it's all the way down here. You've already had Google present these 3 results, the snack pack, as they call it, to you. And this is where the secret number 3 comes into place. Secret number 3 is that you can take control, and it starts with a Google My Business profile. So let's go back out here. The way that these businesses are popping up here is they have what's called a Google My Business page. That's where these reviews are being captured. And if you want your business to pop on the map, and let's be honest, Google is the map everybody's using, then it starts with a Google My Business profile. So we take a look at just one of these examples here, and you'll see all this information that's being populated. That is up to you, the business owner, of how that gets populated. You can be hands-offish and let your users and let anyone on the internet put that information up there for you and have no control over it. Or you can pop in here, say if you're the pancake shop, you need to claim this business right here. So look at all this: the address, the hours of operation, the phone number, pictures, reviews, look at all your customers are seeing about you that is off of your website. It's within the search engine. And that's really what I wanted to convey with this presentation, is that we can go into more detail about what drives these search results, where they come from, and how this information is populated. But the thing that you can do today is you go to google.com/business right here, and you create a Google My Business profile. This will take you no time at all compared to the reward of claiming this profile. And when you do claim this profile, you want to enter your business information, your address, your hours of operation, your phone, and get the most out of the profile as you possibly can. The more information, the better. So go ahead and go claim that listing, update your listing, put photos in your listing, and respond, or here's photos, respond to the reviews, because the platform rewards the businesses that participate on the platform. A quick word on the photos. Start with an exterior shot of your business, because you want people that are looking for you on their phones to know what they're looking for. And then go ahead and take your interior photos. And you don't have to get a professional photographer to come out for this first version. Chances are you have an iPhone. It takes amazing photos. Go snap some quick pics and put them up there. But all right, so I wanted to make this quick and convey some information that I've been, talking to business owners one-on-one for the past few years, but it's really just become super important lately because of Google's shift towards proximity-based search results and their effort to answer questions for you. So I have a quick ask for you right now, is if you found this talk at all valuable, then the way you could show that appreciation is going over to Google and Creating Value LLC a quick Google review. I'm working on a more in-depth course on how to get your Google My Business profile up and get it optimized, and then how to also do a better job at your Google My Business profile than your competition. But that is in the works. So if you're interested in that, then please send me, what you would like covered in that. But until then, I would be greatly appreciated if you popped over to my Google My Business page and left me a 5-star review. That'd be very appreciated. So like I said, this is the first version of this talk, and it was very scattered. I apologize for that, but the next version will be more polished as I'll rewatch this and tighten it up, make it less on the fly, and get it more dialed in. So thank you for your time.